So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Throwing again on second down. Prescott. Now he's forced out right. And he's going to keep it here.
Pitch.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
They go play action here on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. They'll run it with Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On 1st and 10, Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Here's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
In your face.
Jameis to throw it. And this is caught by Evans. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on third. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
47, 26, 26.
Now Prescott. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, but now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
47, 26.
Now Elliott. And
Who won that?
Short pickup.
Who won that?
It's the 15 to the 16. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's
cold as
Pat
a
O'Donnell
motherfucker.
now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Come on, Mike, jump for the fucking ball, man. You murder this nigga.
There, but to no avail.
Fuck, that's touchdown he catch that. No, he gonna roll on his back.
Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job.
Thank you.
A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it.
Burn out.
And now nothing but green ahead.
Burn out.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, being on the second half, no matter what. With his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Take it.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Let's go.
SMB been in the zone for three drives now.
This next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively.
I see you, boy.
They haven't even made
Fuck
a trip
wrong
to the
with
red
you?
zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. Deep breath.
Great, nigga.
What is working and call more of that.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over. Unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. On third down.
Oh, he was scared. He was scared. I see you, Fletcher.
Backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
Dak and the offense still out
got
there. They are going to go for it. On fourth, they do snap.
That shit don't work on me.
It is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So first and 10 now from the 30. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Jones.
Come on, huh?
He'll get this down over to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball.
Everybody doing shit on you today, boy.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. A gain of 2 there.
I might make this play here work.
Pick up on first.
I might make this play here work. You see? Yeah, he should be able to catch that.
Stop your whining.
Ah, there you go. There you go.
It's caught at the 7-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal.
I should have went on outside of you, my fault.
Quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Winston now. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Ronald Jones.
MVP right there.
There to make the grab as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions...
Don't let me give you that goose egg. Don't let me give you that goose egg. Mic up, nigga.
Target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. That's fielded in the end zone.
Take it. Oh, I almost took it.
And that's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we
We got X factors on this squad over here, homie. We got X factors on this bitch.
Offense take care of the defense. Defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Looking to throw Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Mama, there go that man again.
And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
You can't. 45's the mark. Let's go, defense. 26.
Prescott from the gun.
Let's fucking go, Fletcher!
Here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Bitch, I'll beat a nigga 17.
Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
Get off me! Get the fuck off me! Big boy shit! Big boy shit! Big boy shit, man!
Tampa Bay! Ronald Jones, 52 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora
3 times? Okay? Yeah, running the ball.
Let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game.
For real, I feel with epic just now.
Game of can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Take it.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he simply
I'm on that nigga ass right now, boy. He don't like that. No, he don't like this.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
I'm on that shit. That shit dead. Watch this. I'm on that shit. You better throw it to somebody else.
Jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need.
You better throw it to some fucking body else, nigga. Fuck wrong with you, Fletcher? Eating.
Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Fletcher ain't giving my people a chance to ball, man. Fuck. Look at Fletcher, man. Look at fucking Fletcher, man.
He won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play.
That Fletcher mad back there.
3rd and long situation coming up.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Let's see if I give my cornerback a sack right quick.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
They'll pick on the zone right here. Oh, hold up. Hold up. I see something. I see something. I see something. I see something. Yup, I knew I seen you. 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 I knew I seen you.
3rd time.
There he is.
Picked off at the 39.
There he is.
And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Following the interception, Winston. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on
murder, bloody murder.
In for 6. Point after try forthcoming.
Murder, bloody murder.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
I'm about to say, leave it in there. You might fumble.
And no run back here.
All type of shit going on right now.
And it comes out to the 25-yard
All type of shit going on. Come on, Dale Pitt. I need you in the zone. Got a feeling he's going to do something stupid right here.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You
Slack on the back.
And okay, all right, I'm being facetious
Holding
here,
too.
but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's just too cold in there now.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Elliott.
He was scared. That bitch was scared.
This up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that
Well,
leads
fuck
us to
them niggas,
2nd
boy.
and 15.
Fuck wrong with you, boy. I don't give a fuck about them boys.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Fuck these
Let's
niggas.
go, let's go. Here we go, 46. Number 53, Mike 50. Under. Here it comes. 26.
Prescott.
This know I'm on your ass, boy.
Down, he goes down.
I don't want that
they're able
shit.
to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
Little boys hollering, sack, sack, sack. You heard me?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
I know he ain't got it. Switch it, hey. What do you think?
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And
I see you, Dale Pitt.
Incomplete.
Oh, that ain't Dale
They
Pitt.
weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Better punt that motherfucker.
I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Ready? Black 25. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Let's go.
On 1st down, Jones. And he loses the football a 2nd time.
Good shit, RJ. Good shit, RJ. You got you. You shouldn't have fucking fumbled, though.
Ready?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Wait. Switch.
Winston. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Now a give, right side. Whittington. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7.
Fucking face mask or
It's a
something,
loss
man.
of a yard there,
Fuck.
and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends. They weren't
Here
able
come
to secure
RJ.
their blocks, and that one ended
Here
up
come
going
RJ.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Hammering for the goal line. He loses
Son, this nigga lost the fucking ball again, man. What
So
the
it
fuck is
goes
wrong
as
with
a
this nigga,
fumble,
man?
but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if
Come on,
the
go
other
this way.
team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Whoa! Come on!
Short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players
I need
will
all
tell
four
you
of these
that's
back
extra
right now.
intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
That's one right there.
Lined up with him losing yardage. Back
All
to
right,
the
that's
40-yard
one.
line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard.
I was ready. I was ready. That was touchdown, man. Everybody know that was touchdown, man. Come on.
Second and goal.
I need one more now.
This is Jones. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Right there. All day, baby.
I need one more like that.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
You know, like 31 yards. That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what
Stop this bitch ass nigga from running that back.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may.
Oh, good play, boy.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Hey, you only got 47-yard pass. This nigga, this nigga ain't got 100 yards.
Of course, he's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Cooper's got it.
Scary. That bitch was scared.
The Cowboys going to burn the first of their
That bitch was scared.
timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Go get that bitch.
From the 32 now.
Go get that
first
bitch.
and 10.
Here we go. 26. 26.
From the
Go get that
shotgun,
bitch.
it's Prescott.
Oh, no, don't get that. Don't get that.
Complete.
No. No. Yeah, get that bitch.
He gets this down deep into
Get that
Tampa Bay
bitch.
territory.
Can't let that bitch go.
Cowboys going to use their second timeout now.
Can't let this nigga go.
As they'll get it with just
Fuck,
under
that was on
90
me. I wasn't even ready on that
remaining.
play. Can't let that nigga go. Sack this bitch or something.
Hey, that QB's trash.
Yeah, he fucking trash.
Now Elliott.
Yeah, he trash.
And he's for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
Bitch
No
ass
wonder you're
nigga.
grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed, I did, my good man. So they
Well,
will
I
get
did
on
my
the
job. That
scoreboard.
bitch ain't
You're
got
giving
over
credit for
50
that.
yards.
Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
I need my backup to get some yards.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the
backup, man?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out. But for the most part,
my dog behind the line,
huh? Worried and concerned
Kill him,
about getting
RJ.
him out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They're looking to throw this. Winston fighting to stay upright. And this is going to wind up incomplete.
Ah, fuck,
The
my knee
coverage
hurts.
there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
See that mic?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. In the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking.
I'll beat the fuck out of nigga that week.
Throws me when you see
I'll beat the fuck out of nigga this week.
A bad spot. They're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Here we go. 480. Mike, 45. No chance.
A first down carry by Elliott. Busting through contact. Just
Oh, you ain't getting over 50 yards, boy.
Stop just inside the 35-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Uh-oh. 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 He scared now. I'll send them fucking goons at your bitch ass.
26. 26.
Prescott
Nope.
now.
Nope.
He's going to let it fly.
Nope. Nope.
No, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Nope.
Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott.
Booyah! Game time.
He goes down. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 26.
One last shot now for Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. As time has run
Fuck
out
that.
on this football
Fuckdak.com.
game. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on off.